Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast with the shittiest audio but the most amazing content. Thank you all for tuning in to listen wherever you are and however you're accessing us. We appreciate your time and we appreciate your interest in us. So sit back and relax, or if you're driving, enjoy the ride as you listen to another amazing episode.
Hey guys, this is Dinosaur from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. I just wanted to drop a little nugget of information for y'all. There is a Danish company that supports my pre-gaming efforts each podcast. That's where I partake in some sweet Mary Jane, but they make all sorts of stuff that you can use to enhance your experience. They make grinders, they do papers, they do a grinder that you can actually grind it into a pipe. It's really kind of cool. Just go and check them out. Do us a favor. You can go to TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. That's our website, and click on links and sponsors. And then they're down there. Their name is Hoyf, and they are Danish, so I could be butchering that. Hopefully I'm not. But just go and check it out and let me know what you think.
Okay. What's up, everybody? This is
Hey.
The Dinosaur and the Dude.
Yep.
The world, the entire fucking world, the only podcast in the world.
Oh God, yeah.
With the y'all already know.
I'm twitching over here.
The shittiest audio, but the most amazing content.
We're okay.
And we're amazing. Yeah. So welcome. This is our 49th episode.
What?
Yeah, this is our 49th episode. Pretty fucking amazing. I'm trying to, keep myself contained because I know. There we go. Breathe in, breathe out. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate
here.
Y'all. Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you too, because it's the Dinosaur and the Dude, and I couldn't do it without her because she's the dinosaur.
That's me.
And I'm the motherfucking dude. So,
what's going down? My vibe check is good to go. I'm going on a trip tomorrow with my wife.
Yeah.
You know that drink Dr. Pepper? Well, they make it in the drink Dr. Pepper. They make it in, or they did. They did make it in Texas, and so we're going to go to the place where they don't actually make it there anymore. We used to
make it here. Check it out.
Yeah.
Trip.
Yeah.
Okay,
we have an Airbnb. It's super cute. And
really?
Yeah. Like we have these I guess like kind of lounge chairs where you can go all the way back and like lay flat. And we're gonna take our chairs and we're gonna go and stargaze out there because it's all really dark sky. So you can see all this stuff. And it actually came up because we were watching something about aliens and they were mentioning the area and they talked about this place. It's Dublin, Texas. They talked about it. And I got a wild hair at my ass and I was like, wouldn't that be fucking amazing if we saw something or,
Yeah.
So we're going to go out there.
Clickety-clack and you're like, let's check this.
It's our anniversary and we love to do weird stuff. So this is perfect.
Happy fucking anniversary.
Thanks.
Man. Okay, cool.
I'm great.
Awesome.
What about you?
That's great. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I am doing all right.
Have you had to restrain the elders recently?
No, they're doing that. They're doing that on their own. I'm good. It's like, and here's some drugs and restrained. Restrained. You are now restrained. That numbness you're feeling is restrained.
Right.
That's a restraint.
I'll give you $20 if you could get up.
That's a pharmaceutically induced restraint. That's fun.
Terrible.
Yeah, but it's true though. Yeah, it's true. Pharmaceuticals are having a field day with the elderly.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm so sure.
But before we forget and gallivant into all that's
Mm.
there, here are the wonderful updated fine print. Slightly different than last episode, but maybe exactly the same.
Yes. Yes. Who fucking knows what's going to come out of my mouth, really? That's
No.
why I have to tell you that I don't know shit. And
Mm-hmm.
dude doesn't know shit either. Okay. We don't, we're just two friends jaw jacking,
Mm-hmm.
really. I mean, we care for each other and we both take care of our families. So why not try to trudge through this, in ways that we can relate to? And then we're also hella funny. So,
I've heard.
yeah, it's word on the street. So,
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
a friend, ask a friend, tell a friend.
Word
Um,
on the
so
street.
yeah, we're just here to kick it. We're not trying to offend anybody, but we know that we probably will at some point, and we're sorry if we do.
Mm.
If we're too much for you, and that's definitely possible, feel free to find another podcast. There are a ton of them out there, and you'll find one right for you. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are here and you want to be here and you're going to stay
Mm.
here, then welcome, you
Mm.
fucking weirdo.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty
Oh,
much it
also,
right
if you're not 18, if you're
there.
under 18, you need to just fucking go away.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, but
She always forgets that part, and I always try and abuse it. That
you're
sounds
like, come
bad.
in, kids, come in.
Yeah, come on over.
This is free.
Check this out.
Yeah,
So
nobody
yeah,
knows here.
that's pretty much everything that we like to say before. And then also, of course, everything you're hearing is for entertainment purposes.
Hmm.
There's nothing of where we are trying to come off as or portray ourselves to be,
Experts.
or even claim to be an authoritative person in whatever the fuck we're talking about. We barely
No.
are able to say that about ourselves.
I
So,
got up this morning and actually put pants on. Look what I
really,
can do.
you
So
know,
that's about it.
celebrate those things. Celebrate those things. And uh, yeah, uh, not even a selfish plug because we don't even give a fuck. We have to be able to say it and we believe it. Hey, find us on all the social medias once you're over
Mhm.
there at the
We are
Dinosaur and
proper
the Dude.
whores. You would be
Yeah,
proud of us.
the Dinosaur&TheDude.com. Check it out. It's got all of our social media channels on
It's
there.
got so much.
It's got 12 now. We are on 12 podcast apps. So if you like to listen to your podcast on this channel or that channel, we're we're
We got
we're
you.
we're there. We're on 12 of those
We're
motherfuckers.
covering the planet. We're
So
building a network.
yeah, so all you had to do is just go to our listening options page and you will find your app. If it's Spotify, if it's Apple Podcasts, whatever, we're on it. Okay. So go check it out. Uh and don't forget the merch as well.
Yes, please.
So I guess
Go ahead. Hit me.
we start off with a little bit of the insanity
Okay,
in
I'm fine with that.
humanity. It's a we don't I was trying to think if we've ever done this, and I don't think we have.
Okay.
Where we've done an update on a previous story, but I think
Yeah,
it
we
was
did.
like
We did it with that Carly person. That batshit
oh
fucking
yeah,
crazy lady.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did an update on Carly, but I mean
Mhm.
this one we covered in a previous episode, and so wanted to do an update on it, and again, like last episode, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a warning out for this episode too, because we might be talking about some stuff, especially
We're
in
not
this
talking
first
about a
one. We're talking
killer monkey or anything, right? Not this
no, not a
time.
monkey this
Okay.
time, but the previous episodes, we talked about this case, and I'm giving an update on it, and the details that it gets into might trigger some people.
Oh,
So
that's right.
if you don't want to hear it, just skip like I don't know how long we're going to talk about this shit, but skip ahead until you don't hear us talking about it
It
anymore.
has to do
But
with death. Death.
yes, and body
The
mutilation.
yes.
So in like 2 episodes ago, maybe previous episode, we talked about this funeral home in Colorado, and at the time we were talking about them, they were they basically were giving an update on of what they found when they went into this place. Now, this place, the smell from this place was
Oh my God.
so bad that passersby and people in the area started to complain to authorities like, yo,
I
something is
didn't
in
hear that. Oh my God.
something is going on. This place reeks. It's
I
not,
wondered.
yeah, it's like the authorities discovered it after responding to a report of an abhorrent smell.
Mm.
So,
No, we're educated in
we,
Colorado.
yeah, right. So when we, yeah,
For being stoners, they got their
yeah,
shit
it's like,
together with those words.
if I say it's an abhorrent smell coming from this place over
From the
here,
undercarriage.
check it out. I have not spoken to the proprietor, but I feel like we can go ahead and batter
you,
the door in and
you need
see
to
for
read
ourselves.
books. You need to do
Good.
audible recordings. You would be so good at it.
I'll try. I'll
You
try.
should.
But anyway, let's talk about this fuckery. So
Okay.
when we last talked about it, the body count was much lower, but now authorities are saying
Hmm.
there was 180. There's been so far. There's been 189 bodies found in this funeral home,
Hmm.
and now they're trying to figure out how to even contact families because they also discovered that evidence suggests families received
Hmm.
fake ashes.
If cremation was what was going to happen.
Right. So a little bit more, for review reminder of what it was we were talking about a couple of episodes ago. So this funeral home in Colorado is it it was known for doing green burials and
Hmm.
cremation. So and the name of the place is Return to Nature Funeral Home. So
This is terrible.
yeah, it
It's
there yeah
so
uh,
terrible.
yeah. Side note: there's no light at the end. This is just a deep dark tunnel. There's no
This is a
light.
sack of sadness that you're going to be
Yeah,
carrying around with you from now
yeah.
on.
There's no light at the end of this story that I'm about to tell you. So don't fucking like. Oh, but that's a silver light. No, there's
There's no
none of that.
silver lining here at all.
Whatever whatever positive thing you like, the silver lining, light at the end of the tunnel, all the gold at the end of the room, none of that shit's here. Okay, so like I
Yeah.
said, fast forward if you don't want to.
Optimism is not what we're going
Yeah.
for at
So
this point in time.
when we first talked about it, they were only like identifying 115 bodies. Now they're up to 189,
Mm.
and they've got evidence that some of these families received fake ashes of their loved ones that they sent there for cremation. And so one of the ladies that they interviewed in regards to now that they got this evidence showing that fake ashes were given, she is saying, this is her quote: "My mom's last wishes was for her remains to be scattered in a place she loved, not rotting away in a building."
Mm.
This lady believes that the ashes she spread in Hawaii in August were fake. Any piece that we
Mm.
had thinking that we honored her wishes, was just completely ripped
Wow.
away from us. So, Return to Nature gave her family and some others death certificates for their loved ones. Um, and they gave the death certificate stating their loved ones' remains had been handled by one or two crematories. But those businesses told um, investigators that they didn't perform anything for return to nature on the dates included on those certificates. So they were handing out ashes to people like, here you go.
Like it's
and
candy.
they were thinking, oh, that's Mima or whatever. And they this lady here, her mom's wish was to be scattered in Hawaii. So she and the rest of the family
Oh my gosh.
packed up, did a trip to
Well,
Hawaii,
you thought yes, they did.
and had a little ashes ceremony in Hawaii because they wanted to honor her final wishes. And
Right.
that 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 might have been wood for all they know. That might have been just crushed up logs of wood into a powder, and who knows. So now they're trying to figure out how they're even going to how do you, like, you can't even put an amount of time, like how much time it's going to take to identify all of
No, they
these.
just need to start working and they don't need to stop until it's done because that's the only right thing to do.
Well, true enough, but how long that's going to take? Because I think at this particular point, you're looking at somebody that's now has gone through this whole exercise. And it kind of sounds trite to say it that way, but they've gone through a whole ceremony. I'll clean it up a little bit of honoring their loved ones' wishes, right? And they've
Right.
gone through that, and they've processed that, and that's there's some closure that they thought they gained
Oh, yeah,
by
no, it's a
doing
total
all
shit
that.
show. The mental
Yeah.
health industry and the funeral industry are gonna be terribly impacted here.
And so they're just sort of like they've they've processed it, and who knows how much therapy they're already going through for it, and then boom, they're like, okay, cool. Well, now this news comes out.
Right.
So now they're looking at, okay, so everything I went through was just charades.
Bullshit.
It
Right.
was just charades and charades of bullshit. So now you know they want to know next day, if not the next
Oh,
hour, is
yeah,
that
for
person
sure.
in
Like,
there?
you owe me answers right now. But the
Right.
sheer amount of volume is it's statistically impossible
Yeah,
to
and
get
it's
it
like,
done.
how do you siphon through all that? Because there's a stench, which means there was no preserving or cooling or
Right.
anything. So you've got to think there's a high degree of decomposition happening on.
Mm.
So now
Oh,
you got
yeah.
to identify. And now, okay, I guess the best thing we could do is dental records because there's only so much DNA you can do because it's already mingled with other DNA that's
Mhm.
in there. And,
I
you know,
wonder how old the oldest person, the longest,
so the place
because they
opened.
can do it age as well, I believe, or carbon dated or something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can get dental records. I think dental records would be the fastest and the most likely to getting a match.
Fair,
Like
fair.
carbon dating, yeah, like carbon dating and all that kind of stuff will just tell you how old something is, but they're needing to identify who is
Right.
this.
Right, right.
And if they can identify,
But if they can't,
yeah, I mean, if they can't, then it's almost like I don't know if it's a process of elimination at that point. It's like, okay, we can identify this person, this person, this
right? Or
person, this person,
hey, if
this
you had a
person.
loved one that you had services with, blah 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 blah, then contact whoever.
Yeah, everybody's
You know,
suspect at this particular point because
right?
okay, so the place opened in 2000. Like they didn't go off the rails at the at as soon as the gun went off. They kind of was a legitimate business for a bit, and then it just sort of slowly went off the rails, and nobody really caught on to it until well into it. 189 bodies later.
God.
Um,
Mhm.
I mean, they're just trying to figure it out. They're like, okay, like uh, they're looking at how to get. They think they can get RNA from some of the bone fragments.
What's RNA?
Um, ribo, ribonucleic acid. So they can't get
I
any
mean, what
D.
does that mean?
Well,
What
that's what I'm
what
saying.
would that benefit?
They can't. There's another identifier. Like most people know about
Oh,
DNA,
okay, right, right.
but RNA is, yeah. So they can't get any DNA because there's no more organic matter left, which means they lack DNA that can help in identifying. But they can sometimes get RNA from the bone fragments, which is another biological identifier like DNA, RNA.
Okay.
So they're hoping they could do that, and then that way they could figure out, okay, were, were those bodies in there? That will help one narrow that down, then figure out, okay, whose. Um, but then you got to get that sample from other family members to compare it to see if,
Mm-hmm.
okay, do you have that? Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'll give them a DNA sample, but yeah, it's a whole nother boat when you're trying to figure out that type of sample. I think um, it's it's
Fucking
like
awful.
yeah, it's like so after the bodies were found in return to nature, um, people became skeptical of the ashes that the funeral home said were this woman's husband,
Mm.
who was a retired UPS driver. And I'm leaving names out on purpose because I don't want to fucking take the glory from this
Sure.
report.
Totally get that.
So this this UPS driver, his wife is trying to figure out, okay, is this even him? After mixing the ashes with water, she said it looked like concrete.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Oh no.
Quote, I was I was kind of getting to a place where I wasn't losing it every day, she
Oh
said.
my
And now
god. And they
she said,
fucked.
and
Oh my god. She's still
yeah,
fucked up forever.
she said, and now, quote, I don't know where my husband is, end quote.
Mm.
So now law enforcement and other forensic people are like, they got their feet to the fire because you got people like, hey, quickly, come on, I want to know who this is. I want to know. And it's just not going to be possible. So many people
Mm-mm.
look at CSI and other forensic
Right.
things on TV. They think within an episode, you can figure that shit in actuality can sometimes takes weeks, months to figure
Mm-hmm.
out, especially if you have little to go on or anything to compare with.
To sift
Um,
through decomposing bodies,
Yeah, and
you
who
know?
knows, right? Who knows how they kept those bodies? Did they put them in bags?
Oh,
Did
I
they
doubt
label?
it.
Did
Who
they label
knows?
those bags? But
Shit,
if
no.
they, but if it's a place that sounds like they were, um, they probably weren't. They probably weren't. I think that what I was talking about in one of the articles I was reading on it was how the place was around in I think that I was reading that the place started in 2007. I think that's what it was. And they had been going they had been going on for a good bit, and then just eventually fell off in 2021 to 2020 2021, and people started figuring, coming to the conclusion of something was off.
In 21?
No, recently. It's
Oh,
saying
okay.
in 2021 is when it looks like things started getting just, people started slacking off and dumping bodies
Oh, okay.
because that's where the records kind of go
Mm,
off off a little. Like they can pretty much match person for person, and then they see this is where it starts going off. It
sure.
gets a little off kilter, and it's like, okay, what went what went wrong? How the fuck does this happen? Um, I don't know if it's another culprit of pandemic shit or what, but it's fucked up.
You know,
That's what it
it,
amounts to.
I
It's
understand. I mean, pandemic, that shouldn't be an excuse. I'm sure that somebody will try to use that as an excuse, but it shouldn't
mm-hmm,
be.
mm-hmm,
Um, but the pandemic did like fucked up mental shit to our brains. Like as far as it was a lot to wrap your
right.
head around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like no one that survived that is going to come out of that, in
Unscathed in some
perfect.
sort of way.
Right. Exactly. Unless you're so remote that you just didn't hear about it. And maybe
Yeah,
one day you'll read it in the history book, I guess.
there's some people that they can compartmentalize a lot of things and not uh do. I'm not one to get into the argument in regards to should you have a vaccine or not. I know a lot of people jump to that is the thing to talk about when you're talking about the pandemic because it's like a shame thing one way versus a shame thing the other way. I
Right.
didn't get it, you got it, you're dumb. No, you're dumb because you didn't get it and I got it. I'm safe. No, you're not. Bullshit, whatever. It's a virus. You're not going to ever get a cure for it. People are going to be
Right.
getting vaccines for it for the rest of their lives. If you don't believe me, look at every year. There's always a flu shot. There's always and good luck
Well, now
finding a
there's
cure.
they're boosters. They call it
Yeah,
boosters
yeah,
because
cool.
it's not
And in
really
the
a
UK,
vaccine. It's just
yeah, and in the UK they call it the jab.
I'm a
My
complete
point
fucking idiot, so who
My
knows?
point is, it's a virus. There's no cure for a virus. It will continue to mutate. A, there's no cure for HIV still. That's just sort of back burner now. But when that shit came out, people were like just like holy shit.
Banana fucks.
Don't let that become airborne because we're fucked. Ebola, same goddamn thing. So you either take the vaccine or you don't. I think that what it gets missed on a lot in regards to the pandemic is that businesses that were typically people were coming into a place of work stopped. And some businesses like that stopped, that
Hmm.
that backlog really fucking kills that business.
For sure.
I found that to be even abundantly clear with funeral homes. It's a weird thing when because remember I told you went through that kind of thing too where um they were trying to get a new headstone for family members,
Yes.
and the funeral home would not tell anybody, yo, we haven't had anybody in office since 2019. So they were still taking
Really?
orders as if people were still working on and making and doing these modifications and producing tombstones and stuff for burials. But no one was there, but they never wanted to tell people, "Yo, we're not accepting orders because until we get people to come back into the production to work on these,
Right.
we can't take any new orders." No, they kept taking new orders and taking the money of people taking those orders, giving, wanting, requesting those orders as if they were still working on them. And
Hmm.
that's when I started thinking about places, even more specifically in funeral homes, because that's what I was working with at the time. That's what I was dealing with at the time. And now I'm looking at this case in Colorado. I'm just like, they're saying, okay, yeah, things definitely went off the rails 2021. Was it something like that happening there too? Where they just weren't telling people, yeah, we don't have a source for cremation. We're we're
Oh.
just we're just piling bodies in the back and
Oh, so
here's some
yeah.
ashes, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't make it less fucked up
Oh, sure.
because even with the case I was just telling you about with the headstones, this place was doing the same thing. They were charging people $1,895 for the natural burial. that did not include the casket or the cemetery space. And until July, they offered cremations too. So cremations was kind of new because that one person was saying they had theirs.
Well, yeah, fuck it. They were already off the rails. So,
Yeah, they had they
I
had
mean,
their
not that I'm condoning it at all, but I
right.
could see where in their fucked up mind they would think that.
Yeah, so that one lady was saying her mom was cremated in August. Well, they just started offering cremations in July. So who knows how many actual cremations they went through in that little of time, but
Right,
they were still getting $1,900. I'm rounding up, but they were still getting $1,900 per green burial. With and that's without the extra charge of a casket and a cemetery space. So
right.
$2,500 maybe per person. That's
Well, here's the thing though. Another take on this is, or another side to come at it with. So I know that, the government, and well, there may be money set aside for healthcare whenever there's a pandemic, right?
hmm
Why wouldn't there be money set aside for burying people when there's a pandemic?
Welcome to the heavy spoiler show. I'm your yeah, I don't know. I mean, like,
I mean, because if you know that people are going to die, like
hmm
this,
hmm
or what is that? I mean, are you going to let everybody know, hey, there's this thing and it's coming, and chances are it's going to take most of you out? Figure out what you
hmm
need to do with your dead people before it starts stinking. I mean, what else are they supposed to do? People are barely scraping by these days, anyways. Do you think that they've got 6,000 for a funeral, much less 1875, not including the
Yeah,
cardboard
1895.
box?
Yeah, I because that was a ramp up during that time too, in the beginning of it, because people were just like dropping. Because they had that thing in New York where it
Yeah,
was
I
just
mean, some things cannot
people in
be.
ice box in fucking ice trucks. Um,
At the very least, you call somebody and you say, "This is what I have. This is the situation. I need you to know that unless somebody comes and helps us, we don't have anywhere to put these bodies." Maybe that phone call should have been made. If that was truly the issue, they could have reached out to the city. They could have
yeah,
reached out to the county. They could have reached out to the FBI.
yeah,
I mean, there's or whoever. I don't
yeah.
fucking know
Human
who
or
they call
something.
for that. I mean, who do you call? The 911 operator would probably fall out of the chair.
Yeah, I don't know who you would call for that too. It's interesting though. It's an interesting thought because it's like you would. I know it could be something that could have been done for businesses. I don't think for people or families individually, because then
Right. Yeah.
that's some that's some shadiness that could happen right there with people
Right.
pretending that they're dead just so they can get the money. But for businesses, yeah, to help make sure that they
Offset some of the costs or be able to offer services at a more reasonable price.
yeah, they continue functioning in some capacity
Right.
because they have to facilitate a need to society that has now really been amped up or stressed out in some sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that's a great reflector. I think the other thing is just like close your doors. I mean,
Right.
if you're not
Right.
able
Right.
to
Right.
get yeah, if you're not able to get a response like that, stop taking orders. The fact that they went about still doing things, still getting 1895
Right, right. They don't
from
have
all
a
these
whole
people.
lot of things to defend themselves with here, I don't
Right.
feel, but maybe
Yeah.
I'm only looking at this and I'm missing something.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no.
so, but
It's a good thought to it. I think that also for me looking at it from just the the and I know it's not Tombstone, but Tombstone is the thing that keeps coming to my head. But basically the plot marker. I think that's the fancy way of saying it. But even dealing with them at that particular point, they could have easily said there's nobody here. There's not been anybody here since 2019.
right.
but they didn't, and they still were taking payments, and they were coming up bullshitty excuses. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's looking good, it's coming along," because we would call for updates. Yeah, it's coming along, and they would send these mocked up, these fucking photoshopped photos as if that's what it was, and that's what it was looking like. And so,
Oh,
uh,
at the
yeah, for the cemetery,
monument
huh?
for the monument.
Yeah. And they were like, yeah, so we moved it here, we redid that, and this is what it looks like. Oh yeah, can that be? Oh yeah, we can adjust it. Yeah, just great. Yeah. We're like,
Let me get a new piece of granite, no problem.
yeah, and I'm looking at it like they're not shitting out granite. This is like just some shoddy Photoshop bullshit. Wait, what?
Bullshit.
And and it what cracked it was the receptionist is like, you know what? I just got to tell you all, there's no one here. I'm like, what? Yeah, I this orders piled up from back in 2019. I just wanted y'all to know that that's not. It's I'm the only one here right now, just taking orders and putting it on this pile.
Mm,
That's who told the truth. The guy that my mom was talking to and had placed the order with, and was talking with him every other day, or at the very least once a week. But it was at one point it was every other day. So he never said it.
mm.
He never said it. But he happened to not answer his phone one time, and she called the main line, and the receptionist answered, and she's like, "Yeah, I hate to tell y'all, but
Oh,
it's really there's no one else here. He's not even here. He tells people he's out, like he's telling people he's out reviewing some plots right now, but
mm.
he's not here, and no one's really been working here other than me for since
And the
2000.
only thing I'm doing is just writing shit down and putting it in a pile.
Yeah, she's like they're still working on orders from 2019. That's how backlogged they are. They're not touching anything to get yours done
Right.
within this year because they still got 2 years to go
They
through,
got to
3
show
years to
up
go through.
first. They got to
Yeah.
show up first.
So I don't know. That's the Colorado incident. That's the update on it.
Shit show.
It's still shitty. It's still a lot shittier than it's not getting better. Like when
No.
we first read it, it was 115. We're like, God, that is super fucked. Well, it just got darker. And the fact that they are now finding evidence of them giving out fake ashes, it's just like there's a level of negligence that can't be
Well, and especially if it's
refuted.
fucking concrete. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
Like
god.
like people are like, why are you mixing water in your ashes? Well, when you get the report that they've probably been given fake ashes, you start questioning everything. It's like, okay, what
Right.
is this? Is this ashes? Are these ashes? Ashes that
I mean, they usually
probably,
give you like 9 pounds. I mean, we can take a teaspoon.
yeah, like ashes will probably dissolve and float around. No, this hardens up
Grandma's
and
swimming.
gets a little thicker, like concrete.
That's what
Oh,
she said.
okay.
Oh, you
I
walked right
know.
into it.
That's awesome. You can't really. Great. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. Hardens up and think, I know I walked into it. I know. I walked into it.
It's okay.
So
It's okay to
happier.
feel naked sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Happier shit next. Yo, it's the dude. Just let me interrupt this episode real quick just to let you know about Bobby Rapscallion. In case you've missed it in previous episodes when we talked about him, Bobby Rapscallion is a lifestyle brand that produces amazing CBD products. I'm talking about gummies, oils with melatonin in it. If you're looking for that sweet ass sleep, go to bobbyrapscallion.com and get CBD now. If you don't even know how many milligrams you should be taking, don't worry about it. They got a calculator on their website where you can put in your body weight and it'll tell you exactly how many milligrams of CBD you should be taking a day. Okay? There's no THC in it, so even if you get, random piss tests, you don't have to worry about it. If you're allergic to THC, you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Go to BobbyRapscallion.com and for a limited time, you can put in our code. Yeah, the Dinosaur and the Dude has a code. Put in the letters TDTD20 and you'll get 20% off their CBD products. That's TDTD20. 20% off Bobby Rapscallion CBD products at BobbyRapscallion.com. I don't think you can use it on the bulk. I mean, because it's bulk. I mean, you could buy bulk, but I think bulk is already at a discount, so you can't use our code. But for the individual purchases of CBD products, absolutely. TDTD20, 20% off Bobby Rapscallion products. If you're looking for high quality, high potency CBD, this is it. If you're not using Bobby Rapscallion, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. You're doing yourself a disservice. That's it. So go there now. BobbyRapscallion.com. Get it. Use our code. Get 20% off. All right. Now enjoy the rest of the episode. Happier
Yeah.
shit.
So what are we doing next? Tell me about it.
So
Oh God. What?
I don't know if I want to go into this one. It was a thing to talk about, and now I'm like, I don't know.
What's it about?
Okay, I'm gonna figure out a way out how to approach this.
Keep a straight face. Come on.
Lords and ladies. Okay, I got it. I got it. So yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
It's all you, boo boo.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Um, Again, flashback topic. So, you briefly mentioned one time there was this thing where it all kind of clicked when we were talking once, and we were talking about when we were talking about
Was it the keys?
no, Tammy.
Oh.
Uh,
Tough
was
guy
it?
Tammy?
Yeah, when we were talking about Tammy and how they got into some kinky shit after a while, and
Oh.
you were like, how that made sense in relation to a previous relationship you were in.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of did just that. Oh, okay, cool. And we never expounded upon that. So I'm just going to float this question out there and I'll reciprocate. I'll reciprocate.
Okay. So I'm going to
We,
answer this question.
you don't have to. You can legit pass. You
I
can
mean, I'd
legit.
have had a, what do I
So,
say? I'm going to blame head trauma. So if I,
right. So,
I
yeah.
always have an out.
So the
Where's my
question is,
pudding?
yeah. So the question is, as far as weird shit, what was the weirdest shit that you were like, I guess the best word to say is propositioned in the moment, uh, like that?
Okay. Say the question again, please.
What was the weirdest shit that you were propositioned at the time? Like, hey, we're gonna get kinky. Here's some weird shit.
Okay.
What was the weirdest?
So dude wanted me to pee on his feet.
Wait, time, time, time. Because you just skinny dip
Not you.
dove.
Not you,
You just
dude. Not
you
you,
just
dude.
you just skinny dip dove off the high board. Wait.
So it wasn't dude.
Wait.
It
Time. I
was
said,
a
no,
person
time.
in the
No, you time. No, you time. Is this the same person you were referring to during that episode? So during that episode, we were talking about bodybuilders and people that were into pushing a lot of
Oh,
weight and
no, no, it
they were
wasn't
doing
him. It
steroids and
wasn't him.
whatnot. And you were saying
Mm-mm.
like, oh, okay, I dated
Yeah,
some
that
dude like
beefcake
that.
guy.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
is not that person. This is a
No,
different
no,
person.
no. This is
And
somebody
this
different.
person wanted you, let me just
To
make sure
pee
I
on
heard
their
it,
feet.
to pee on their feet.
Just write that down for the newsletter. Okay.
Write that down for the title of this episode. Piss on my feet. I mean, I get that people have kinks, but sometimes when I hear certain kinks, I'm like, how the fuck how do you get off from that? That's
I
such a
feel like,
mess.
I mean, functionally,
That's such
whatever. It
a
just doesn't make sense unless you got bit by a jellyfish.
I don't even think.
Because my ex-husband once offered to pee on my feet whenever I got stung by a jellyfish on my neck. And I was like, fuck you.
Wait, he wanted to pee on your feet when you got stung on your neck?
No, he wanted to pee. I'm sorry. He wanted to pee on my body, on the bite,
On the neck,
the jellyfish sting,
yeah.
because it will get rid of the sting. And it was like super burning. And he was like, I'll pee on you. And I was just like, fuck you. Like,
So
that's not happening.
So this sounds bizarre. I totally get it. I'm just I can't get my head past function. Not function. Is it function? Application? Whatever the fuck. The way to do it. So my thing that I'm trying to, like a woman squatting over my feet and trying to make sure she aimed right to piss on my feet seems highly less doable without a dick. Oh, or the woman has like
No,
that little.
you get on all fours. You would get on all fours and then it goes
Okay.
down.
Okay, so that's me. I wasn't visualizing it correctly.
So
Okay,
vagina
got it.
directly over the feet. And what the fuck are we talking about?
Like, why? Why?
Somehow we just became fucking experts on that. I don't know. That's funny.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
now
what about you?
So now my turn. Pass. I just wanted to expose you. So I mean, I kind of got a break in 2 minutes, but so
you got 2 minutes. Go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we take it?
Go for it. Go for it.
Take a break and then we come back and I just let it. Okay.
No.
You sure?
Because
I'm gonna have to. Okay, so not naming any names, just like you didn't name any names, but
right.
I did have somebody once proposition. Don't know if you're into it, but if you want me to peg you, let me know. I'm good with that.
This is why I firmly believe, and we will talk about it whenever we get back, but why I firmly believe that many resumes should be carried with people at all times.
Wait,
so you could just go, here's all of the, so many resumes could be carried with people, or they send them a text or something, whatever, that says, this is just shit that I'm into. This is just shit that I'm absolutely against. Here's blah, 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 blah. That it would make it so much easier.
Is that too far?
Is going back to,
I think that
with
is
the bandanas.
Yeah. I think
for the gay people.
You're right. I think that is something we're definitely going to dive a little bit deeper in after we take a break, because that is a very, very good point. And you and I have explored that in a way together. And I have no shame on bringing that up.
Which part though?
I'm
down. Whatever. We've never done anything weird.
Well, it wasn't a resume thing. It was a requirement. And I think though it's valid. I think you're absolutely right, because.
Well, now I'm curious.
Because that was a very, very. I was so. Like when that person said that to me, I was like, wow, okay, it's giving. It's kind of considerate. Like,
right. I would be doing you a service.
I don't know if you've ever
You're not a Honda though. I mean,
I mean, it was one of those things where it's like, hey, relax, you can be cool with me. I'm not gonna run. That's how it was kind of presented.
I would be like this.
That's how it was presented. Yeah, that's how it was presented. It was like,
oh my god. Okay,
it was like, here's my body.
Hold on.
Huh?
Go flip your.
Oh yeah, go do that thing and come back.
I got a rainbow.
We're gonna take a break.
Wait, hold on. Clap.
Go. Yes. Yeah. we're gonna take a break to do personal stuff and pineapple stuff. Oh wait, it's not even time for me yet. Oh, I
Are
still
you
have.
serious? What time is it?
No, you go pineapple.
No.
No, you go pineapple. It's good.
What time is he supposed to be turned?
It's I got 30 minutes. It's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me go.
Hey everyone, it's the dude. And I don't know if you picked it up on previous episodes, but I'm learning another language, and I have to admit, I suck at it. I've been trying to do it for years, and I suck at it. And maybe you do too. I don't know. I don't know how you are. Maybe you're even thinking about learning a new language. Cool. Let me tell you about Pimsleur. They are a solid learning option that you should really look into if you're trying to brush up on a language, learn a new language, or whatever your language journey is. I use Pimsleur. I wouldn't be talking about it if I didn't use it and didn't think it was pretty awesome. You can learn at your own pace. The audio lessons are about 30 minutes, and you have flashcards and timed little speed rounds, whatever floats your boat as far as being able to get you to learn the language. You're doing it on your own pace. But the way that Pimsleur does it with these lessons that you can do at least once a day, they're great. You're bound to get results. And that's why you can go on our website, The Dinosaur and the Dude, scroll down to the bottom, whatever page you're on, scroll down to the bottom, look for the Pimsleur link, click on that, and get a week for free. Yes, an entire week of Pimsleur for free. You start using that, you're going to start learning the language. And you're probably going to get it confident enough to start speaking it within 30 days. So take it from me. I use it. I love it. I wouldn't be recommending it. Use our affiliate link on The Dinosaur and the Dude. Click on that link. Get a week for free of Pimsleur. Start learning the language you've been screwing around and not trying to learn the right way. Start learning it and get going speaking another language. All right, that was it. Do it. TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Click on the link, get a week free. If you don't, you're absolutely nuts. Now back to the episode.
Okay, talk to me.
It was kind of a loving thing because it was like, here's my box of tricks. Uh,
Right.
but also, you know, I don't know if you're into that, but if you are, I, I don't know if you're into pegging, but if you are, I, I have no problem
So how
pegging,
did it go?
pegging you. I just like, wow. Thanks for the offer, but
Satisfactory, 5 stars, would
thanks for the
recommend.
offer. Yeah, thanks for the offer, but I'm good. That's not
I did
something
that before I got.
Yeah, I'm into
I'm
I'm
all
into
set. I'm good.
yeah, I'm into self pegging, and I'm really ready to include somebody else in that.
We're not ready for
A lot of pressure. You got to do it
that.
right, and I already know the technique, the formula. Don't worry about it. No, I told him, I was like, yeah, you know what? No, not my thing. But I mean, I
A
appreciate you.
bummer.
I appreciate you like
Get it?
saying that you would if I were,
So
um,
giving.
especially since I've never. It was just weird because I never brought it up and like hinted at it or anything, and they knew. They were like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, I don't know if you are into that,
They
but
were into it, and they were trying to
include me."
see if
Yeah,
you were. Yeah.
yeah, like that was the thing I took. It was like, but clearly they are into it, and they were really hoping I would say, you know what, I've been curious about that. Nah, fuck that. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really, really good. Yeah, no, nah. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing though, to
Hmm.
be in that moment, and just be like, yeah. I think though, to your point, having some sort of heads up or means of, I mean, you already know, and other people that have heard episodes that we've done, I'm not really big into categorizations, and I feel like it's kind of limiting because you're like stuck in this, like, okay, you're stuck being a lesbian based on the
Oh,
interpretation.
darn. Hate
You,
that.
but I mean, like, based on the interpretation that someone else has of you, yeah, of what a
Okay,
lesbian
okay.
should be. You see what I'm saying? It's like the
Right.
category
But
that
so the difference with the problem with me is that I just don't fucking care
right.
what everybody thinks. I'm like, I don't give a
Right.
shit.
Right. A person has to not care about it because they are that comfortable with themselves and love themselves enough that they don't have
Yeah,
the
I'm good.
the influence of others swaying that.
Right.
But I
I'm like,
think
y'all
that
fight. I'm good.
right. I think there's a thing though, people want to categorize, and by way of categorizing, you must do this because you are that, or that's how it is in my head. No, you're fucked up. You're screwed. Is really, I don't care. But if you have to be in my sheets, I like this. That kind of thing is kind
Right.
of is kind of crazy. But I think though it's kind of good to know if somebody's into something, because man, you'll get into that awkward situation where you're just like, hey, I like to do this. What about you? No, that's fucking disgusting. What the fuck? All right, cool. We'll just
Yeah, so if we could have a bandana or a flag, you see where I'm going with this.
yeah,
We could
yeah.
get we could have flags that fly underneath
Identifying.
the other flag. So
Right.
like a sub flag, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could
That's
just stack them how you needed them. Like you could organize your the
sub of the
yeah,
sub.
yeah. It's like Reddit but on a pole or like on a page.
Yeah. Yeah, it can get completely out of hand and ridiculous real quick. But I think that you get to where you kind of like, some people like to explore with each other, but you have to be with someone that also likes to explore. But even that,
Right.
right, it's like you don't want to
Oh my
wake up.
god.
Yeah, you don't want to wake up with somebody lubing your feet saying, "I want to try
Tied
this
up.
out."
You're
Yeah, I want to try this out. Try what out? Just pretend like
just
you're
trust
sleeping.
me.
Just pretend like you're sleeping. What?
Right.
Wait,
I
what?
tied you up so you wouldn't move.
Yeah, it only works if you're sleeping. I can't sleep now ever next to you. What the fuck is happening?
Right, get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like, you know how weird and gummy my feet feel now that you lubed them all up.
Oh.
I it, but then again, some some people like to explore with their partner that they're with. I totally get it. But that exploring even has some defining areas of like, I only like to
Sure.
explore this way, no animals, please. I think though,
Right.
I think there's got to be some sort of way that you just got to get that out. I don't know how, I don't know the best way of doing it, but I think the way that it was presented to me was a little awkward because, uh,
Right. It's like walking up to somebody, "Hi, nice to meet you. Would you like a blowjob?" I mean,
like,
might it happen in the future? Perhaps, but no. Like,
yeah, like, I'm getting ice cream right now. So,
so
I
yes, please.
mean, I
Actually,
feel,
right now.
I feel your heart is in the right place, but the timing is jacked.
It's stunning.
The,
The timing
the,
is
yeah,
stunning.
yes, it's stunning, and
Fucking stunning.
it's it's a lot of things, but right, right. It's just
Oh, that's
amazing.
funny.
Yeah, so for me, it was like, um, wow. Uh, yeah, I'm glad I stayed over too. It's like, I don't know what
Right.
to say. I don't know what to say to that. Ah,
Call you later, maybe? I don't
yeah,
know.
and then in your head the whole time it's like, how many people has taken you up on that offer? What?
What are you batting at?
Yeah, like where is the percentage of people that just say, now that you mention it, I think I will have
Hmm,
like it's
yeah.
another serving of mashed potatoes. Now that you mention it,
Mm,
I think I would like to
urge a
try.
little.
I would like to try pegging. I've not had that before. Let's
Well,
give
I'm
it a
up for
go.
anything. Okay, pegging it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't leave that door open any of that time. Whatever you into, I'm into. Yeah, whatever you into, baby, I'm into it too. Okay. Don't say anything when you got electrodes on your feet. You're like, why you got electrodes on me? Well, this is what I'm into. And then you get shocked till you pass out. And then you wake up with all these photos of you around the
Well,
place. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting question to ask. Like, what was the weirdest shit? Because I had that in my head from the previous conversation you and I were talking about the pegging in my head from the previous conversation. I was like, okay, how do we open the door and dance in this room for a little bit? Uh,
right.
because yeah, it's spectacular and amazing and awesome. But yeah, I think
Good
that person,
content, fun times.
yeah, that person might be okay, and glad that I don't say their name. But
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
I think it's interesting that that is something that people do. I don't know or have an answer on how to approach stuff like that, though. Like, how do you approach?
Mm.
Here's all my kinks. Do any of these match up with yours? And if so, you should.
Divine intervention.
Yeah. Man.
Could be.
Yeah, I guess it's
Maybe it's that spirit following you around.
there it
Hmm.
is. Swing it back paranormal. Now I
Speaking of,
got
can we give some love to the aliens? What's going on there?
I don't know what's going on with the aliens, and that's actually an honest, fully honest statement.
You
I think even the aliens don't even know. I think aliens just like, you know what? We're just
know
gonna
what?
let we're gonna
They're
let
like they're
this top
fixing to
spin
tear
out.
themselves up down there already. Just
Yeah.
we're
They're
gonna
just like,
save the energy.
yeah, I think that's what they're doing. It's just like, you know what? We're just gonna let this top spin out. We don't need to. Mm-mm, nope.
No,
Mm-mm,
no,
nope.
they're doing just fine, just fine.
Nope. Anytime we go down there, they want to shoot at us. They want to do whatever, and then they get upset because we get
Because
pissed
we
off.
win.
Yeah, because we come and we probe things, and they're like, aliens are invading. Well, whatever.
Hashtag me too. Never mind.
We're just gonna go ahead and take some samples and then make our own. I
Mm.
I really don't know. I think people are getting aliened out. It's got some alien fatigue, some UAP fatigue going on because it's just sort of,
It's gonna be a disorder or a
uh,
syndrome.
yeah. I think it's a thing of where back in the day it used to be these weird sightings and grainy photos, and now it's not. It's just the same stuff, but in abundance. And now it's like people taking photos from their seat in the airplane because something flew by. Still no detail, still nothing close up, still kind of, oh, whatever. I think it's gonna just, aliens are just sort of sitting back, like, yo, we don't have to do anything. And then we're doing all the stupid shit and sending out radio signals to space and letting people know where we are. And what? That one you and I were talking about it a little bit ago, where it was a 8 billion-year-old radio signal
Oh yeah.
came to Earth, and people were like, well, we don't know where that came from. No, turn off everything. Just turn off everything. Turn it off. You do not want to start. So
Do we
here's
though?
the
I
thing
mean,
that
who knows? We might.
I mean here's the things that people have to wrap their head around. Okay. Something else sent a radio signal, which means whoever sent it had to, no pun here, but had to dial it down to something that they knew we could receive. Okay.
Right, right.
And
Or
they
take a
sent
stab
it,
at it at least.
they, well, they're like, okay, they have the equipment to indicate and pick up a radio
Right.
signal. So we'll send them that
You're
because
on the
all the
same
other
plane of
shit,
existence.
yeah, so all the other shit, they have no technology of picking that up. So, and the reason why I'm thinking they had to dial it down is because this is coming from 8 billion years away. Okay, so it's 8 billion years old, but it's a fast radio burst, which is an intense millisecond long burst of radio waves. Okay, and so the first one was received in 2007. Since then, we've had hundreds of them. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hundreds. This one burst, this millisecond of a burst. Okay, wrap your head around this, everybody that's listening to this episode. This is why I'm saying we need to turn shit off and just stop. This millisecond of a burst, in that fraction of the moment, it released the equivalent of the sun's energetic emissions over the course of 30 years.
I'm not smart enough to know what you just said. What?
That burst, that millisecond of radio, of the fast radio
Mm-hmm.
burst, it had the energetic emission equivalent of our sun, that our sun could generate in 30 years. It had that in
Oof.
that millisecond of a radio burst that we received.
So we're coming up short here.
That's what I'm saying. They kind of like, oh, let's dial it down to something that they can actually pick up and recognize that they received something. Uh,
Surprise!
yeah, and it's like, well, the energy is going to be, it's going to be the equivalent of this of what their son could do in 30 years. Oh, well, fuck it. We can't dumb down everything, but they'll know. And so we're like, wow, that's amazing. No, turn it off. Turn it off. It's a very, very interesting thing that we're wanting contact with aliens and looking and monitoring UAPs, but it's always these instances like this that is giving us there's always these instances like this that's giving us a clear understanding of we're out of our league.
Hey guys, it's the Dinosaur. I wanted to share with you a collaboration that we have with Headspace. It's a service that we can all use. I am confident in saying that 100%. Things are so stressful in today's world with home stress, work stress, just general life stress. It's exhausting, and we need as much help as we can get. Headspace has our back with tools to help us. It helps me fall asleep. It helps my wife with meditation. We can find exercises to help us relax in through meditation, or they even have some that are physical exercises that you can do. They have inspiring stories, which are awesome because everybody could use an uplift, and they also help us focus. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and click on links and sponsors. From there, you can unlock everything that the app has to offer for 7 days. That's for free. You get it for free for 7 days. Show yourself some love and treat your head right with Headspace.
Hey.
That means one thing. Yes.
What?
Finishing out the episode on the phone. So, all I was saying was, we keep doing things with aliens, and they keep showing we are out of our league. Don't get in this game. Look, we're able to shoot something the equivalent of 30 years worth of the emissions of your sun in a millisecond. That's amazing. That's incredible. The fact that it's being shot directly to the planet. I don't know I don't know how much it takes to make that into a weapon.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it will be vapor within.
Well, I'm saying for them to first whatever that was that sent that. If the next dial up on their transmission device is sending 30 years worth of emissions of the sun in a focused beam and just blasting shit. I mean, that's kind of what it's like. Hey, look what we're doing. You can't do this. You best stop, because it's not going to be pretty for you after that. And
why can't we just all be friends?
Yeah, I think they're just like, look, no, nobody wants to be friends with you. You're on the outer.
You people are ignorant.
You're on the outer rim of the universe. You guys are always.
You barely matter.
You guys are always fighting. You've never left you've never left your planet. You don't even know what your ocean is all about.
Right.
But you're constantly sending out these radio waves saying, hey, we're friends. Hit us back. And then, hey, check it out. Okay. You really want to? I don't think you want to. I think you need to.
Right.
I think you need to practice more before you start inviting guests over.
Right. Table ain't even made.
Get your shit together. But anyway, that's what I was going to say. But all this being said, good episode. I mean, I think, super.
I had a Quora.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I gotta. Can we do a break and then I come and do it, or what? No? Yes? No?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Ooh. That was weird what happened with our audio, huh? Because this time I don't think it was my fault, actually. Literally all the other times, I believe that it was truly my fault. But dude was cracking, his mic was cracking a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, not that it matters. But this is just a testament to what we say. Like, we think that we're entertaining. We think that we're amazing, which, of course, because you should always think you're amazing. But our audio is just a fucking dumpster fire floating down a river in a thunderstorm. At least we're honest. Try to be. Try to be a good person.
Okay. Lay it on me.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
I just found something that I want.
Does that have to do with tagging? Because that seems like a turned.
No, it has to do with it's a modular desk with an adjustable height and built-in rail system.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, oh, that's sexy. Sorry. Okay. Oh my God, that is sexy. Love that. Beautiful. It's only $1,400.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's less than getting, a green burial. So, cool.
Okay, so this isn't really a question that's going to be asked, even though it's technically a question, but yeah, I don't really know what's going on here. So it says, why do they put commercials on TV with gay people when only 2% of the population is gay? And then underneath it, it says, why do they put commercials on TV with blue and white cartoon bears wiping their ass with toilet paper when we know only 0% of the population is cartoon bears and 100% of the real bear shit in the woods and do not need toilet paper?
Oh, man. That was a great response.
So here's more. He's going on it. Don't say I'm anti-gay, and after I reply, you tell me it was sarcasm. And don't think I wrote the question. In the last day, 3 people are doing stats and the like, and blaming me for making gays seem to be cartoonish. But mainly, I don't know. But mainly they think I wrote the question and then answered it. I'm writing this for the latter folks. Hora means questions are answered. Okay. In less serious news, evidently the polar bears want a word with me, and people are coming up with various percentages that are fun, and people like my answer. I'll bet every answer here has been given by a gay person or people that know gay people or don't hate them when they want birthday cakes.
I think that's a very interesting thing it touched on, though. And I mean, the whole bears, side note, the whole bear thing is kind of confusing to me, too, because sometimes they're blue bears, sometimes they're red bears. It depends on which product they're pushing it. I don't know why.
Hang on just a second. He goes on to say, they love my reply about those fucking bears and that the dick who wrote it just pulled 2% out of a crack in his withered ball sack. Green and yellow bears want a word with me as well, but my percentages are off. Probably 97 of the bears shit in the woods and 3% shit wherever they want. It's always at a Nazi. Whenever they want, I'm thinking it's always at a Nazi rally or an evangelical getaway. And by saying that, I hope I'm not in deeper shit. Fair shit. Let's all agree the commercial's annoying. We are the world. Gays, cripples. He put me in parentheses. Men, women, black, white, and everyone else. Peace out, you guys. Buy cotton now so the stock drops on the sharp.
It's so funny because it's a very interesting take on how people react to things and how somebody like this person just decides, you know what, fuck it. If you don't get it, then you don't get it. I'm gonna keep this joke train going just myself. It's an interesting thing of where it's saying in the beginning, like, why do they keep putting any LGBTQ AI plus ampersand person in a commercial? Makes me want to look it up.
What do you mean? To think what the actual statistic is?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very interesting. So, interestingly, there was a global survey. That's bizarre. I mean, and this is just the type of rabbit hole that I would go down, so I totally get it. But I guess people will ask, like, why are certain people on commercials when they only represent a minority of the community overall? I guess that's a thing. I guess that's the thing of people that will. You know, there's a global survey that found 9% of adults identify as LGBTQ.
You said 9?
Yeah, 9%. Whereas the Guardian says 10%, you know, is asking, is 10% really the population now? And I feel like that there are, and again, it comes into the category thing. I feel like there's more people that have defining aspects of the sexuality that people label as a kink that could be also something that bleeds over into an LGBTQ categorization. Does that make sense?
No.
Like, okay, so.
But that brownie kicked in, bro.
Yeah. Like somebody doesn't necessarily identify themselves as bisexual, but they like to do bisexual things.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
maybe that's the costume you put on every once in a while.
Yeah, like that's a thing that like to them they think of it as a kink because they get off on that, but they don't have that lifestyle.
Okay.
Because a lot of LGBTQ,
like you can do crack but not look like a crack whore.
Yeah, okay, I'll see that, and I'll make it to where, okay, yeah, a lot of people can do cocaine, but not have it be to where it ruins them completely. Like there are some people that are doing cocaine that wouldn't be the stereotypical drug addict on the street cocaine addict. I think that with LGBTQ though, there's a lifestyle that's about it as well. And I think the lifestyle is more identifiable than the thing that people like to do to just get off. Even though the thing that they like to do to get off might be considered exactly what fits into a preference for LGBTQ AI plus N%. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's like the percentage would be higher if you considered those people, but they're only looking at the people that have a definitive, yes, this is what I am into, and I subscribe to the lifestyle of it as well.
Yeah.
Like there might be a guy that loves pegging or fucking another guy. Or there might be a guy that loves getting pegged, but they won't say they're gay.
Okay.
Am I making sense, or is it just something that's working out in my head?
No.
Which is highly possible as well. It's just I'm looking at this percentage and saying, okay, I feel like it could be higher, but people don't. But people look at it so, yeah, I'm not. Because I think that there are some people that still have the stigma of not wanting to be labeled in anything related LGBTQ. Okay, but close that door. And
oh my God. Okay. Oh shit. I can say so much about this, but I'm not going to.
No.
No. I'll talk to you about that off. But there have been times in history where where somebody is a very straight and narrow conservative person, and they end up having relations in some way, form, or fashion with, somebody that they don't feel is
right. Yeah.
Is morally or rightfully correct, and then they get caught. You can say anything that you want, but it's what you do.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to articulate. Because even that same scenario could fall into someone wanting to be with someone that's of a different ethnicity, where they can say and be and outwardly be all about, no, I am totally with my own ethnicity. I'm not. No, mixing is no. And then, you find out later, no, that's what you're into. You do go,
right.
You do go to the other side of the tracks, if you will, and that's what you like to do. But you'll never.
It's a contradiction.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Ben Franklin, for God's sakes.
Yeah, and I think the thing is I think that kind of applies to there's this fluctuating percentage. Oh, there's 2%. Now there's 9%. Now there's 10% of the population is LGBTQ. Okay, maybe, but I kind of feel like it might very well be higher than that. But this 10% that they talk to, just like, this is how and who and the way I am, and I am a part of the community. I'm a part of the lifestyle. I'm an activist in a lot of things that are related to LGBTQ, and they don't really hide it. I think that there are people that are still hiding within the whole stigma of things because of the whole stigma of things, and they just don't claim anything that's LGBTQ, but they might do some things that are
questionable,
highly LGBTQ-ish,
Right.
And so, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say is it's interesting that there's a percentage out there of the world, and, but I don't know if that's honest and true. 100% of the people on the fucking planet voted, and this is what we found out.
Right. Oh.
That's just my take on it.
Well, 76% of all statistics are made up on the spot.
There you go.
That's actually not true. I just pulled that out of thin air.
Yeah, that's it too. And 90 and probably 97% of the bears do shit in the place.
Yeah, well, this one person said, your math is incorrect still. 98% of bears shit in the woods, 2% shit in zoos. I mean, I don't know if that's true. 2% of the whole bear population. Again, we get lost in the details. Is it believable?
Yeah, exactly. I think it sounds believable when people say statistics and add a percentage at it. But I think also
I'm going to start doing that on about 97% of things that I'm going to be talking about from now on.
I think it's highly doable. And
like around 80%, are you thinking, or?
I'm thinking 86.275%.
Oh, okay.
That's how fucking legit you sound when you put a decimal in that.
I rounded. Oh, I would forget the numbers. Yeah, I rounded. I rounded up.
You rounded. I'm European. I round up. I'm European. I round up to a fluctuating.
I'm a giver.
Yeah, I'm European. I round up to a fluctuating 5%, and That's even better. Give or take 2%. I'm 95% sure. Give or take 2%. Give or take 2%. I'm 99% sure. That's the one I'm gonna start saying. Give or take 2%. I'm 99% sure.
Exactly.
Wait.
Well, I'm gonna give 110% next time.
Wait. You're 101%. Give or take. I say give or take.
Give or take. Ish.
Give or take 2%. It's floating.
Did you hear me? Ish.
Yes, it's float. Do you not understand the floating of the 2%? You're giving
it's ish, bish.
Giving it, or you're taking it.
That's funny.
2%.
Oh, hey, I wanted to tell you.
Boy.
Since I got my breathing machine, dude, I'm so much better. Are you kidding me?
Wait.
It's good stuff.
You got a breathing? You got a CPAP?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember you saying that might be a possibility.
Yes.
But you went about going. So
I was waking up over 60 times per hour. 60 times per hour, so every minute.
Now, by the way, ma'am, you have completely fucked me up because I was like, wait, is that a real stat that you just gave? Or is you fucking with me?
No, really, it is. That's legit. Legit for real.
So you went and did the sleep study test thing.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, hey, yo, this is a sleep study.
They were like, the reason why your brain can't work is because you don't ever fucking sleep.
Right. The first thing you're supposed to do at the sleep study is sleep. All you did was study. You didn't. You need to
and
sleep.
You stayed up all the time.
No, I had my eyes closed. I saw it. No,
yeah, I slept for 45 seconds in between each minute.
You really didn't sleep. Wow. So they monitored all that, and they were just like, yo, you. They
were like, wow, this is severe. I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah, I got it last week, and it's great. Like, I can't. It's changed my life.
So, So is it like because I've seen on these different, it's better than CPAP. Oh, no more hoses or things. So do you
I don't want the thing that's going to go in my chest. I don't want that one.
Okay, that's what that is? I didn't even, like, when I saw
it's called Aspire.
Yeah, when I saw that commercial, I was like, okay, what does, so wait.
Because I got his phone up to his chest, and then it starts doing something, they have to, I don't know.
Wow. They don't explain it in the commercials, like, no more masks or hoses.
Right. That's what people are going to be like, well, fucking take my money.
It's like, wait, is this a weird S&M kind of thing? It's like, no more masks, no more hoses, just breathing. And
no more masks, no more femmes.
Yeah, just deep sleep. I'm like, because you got some drugs in you? What happened? Is it anesthesia? So you got a mask and you got a hose and you got like the little water.
I got all the hose.
You got all them hose. Come over here. So you got like a little container of water and it's
all part of the machine. Yeah.
And then the machine comes on and you just suck in it all.
It's so quiet. It's so quiet.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's so quiet.
Does it like? Okay, so my dad has one, and he just becomes a human bagpipe. So I don't know how one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how one really works with a person that's actually using it. It's almost as if he's. Yeah, you're still on human bagpipe.
Because, meat soup.
Yeah, because he'll just be laying there, and sometimes it'll come on, and if his lips are closed, it'll just puff his cheeks out, and it'll just keep going, and because it's a machine, it doesn't fucking care. It's just on, and then next thing you know, he's making.
What kind of face mask? It has to do with the face mask.
Oh, see, okay, that was the other thing I was gonna.
If you have a full face mask where it's covering both your mouth and your nose.
Yeah, his just covers his nose. So,
okay, yeah.
So his mouth is free, and he's just like, he's like fucking playing with it. He's just like,
But what? How is this helping? How is this helping?
He could get a small face mask, like a small pool.
So that's the thing. We did a face mask one time, and that was just, you're forcing it on every time because he's taking it off almost all the time throughout the sleep. So now you're like,
is he a side sleeper? It's hard to be in a full face.
So we started him on the side, but he likes to sleep on his back. He always gravitates to his back. And so he's always on his back, but we try to get him on his side at least a portion of the sleeping so we, can minimize any sores or wear and tear on the hip or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But he always, we even have pillows, these like specially made wedged pillows to wedge behind it. He always gravitates to on his back. So, but it stays on. But when we had the whole face, it was just like, dude was tearing it off and scratching himself to get it off. So we went back to just the nose. But it's just like, I was like, okay, I guess air is getting in there and all the excess air is coming out. But you sound like you're using yours, and it's actually something that you, like, because he's not going to articulate like you will on how well it helps, and how best how your sleep has improved since then. So
I've had to get used to it at first, but once, about probably 3 days, maybe 2 days, 3 days after using it, but I noticed, I'm like, oh my God, I've got so much more energy. I'm not tired. I wake up and I feel awake.
Yeah.
I don't wake up and I'm dead on my feet. I mean, like, I'm not drinking as much coffee, although it's just a small amount less, because I love coffee.
Yeah.
But it's working out for me. I mean, I look forward to sleep. I used to hate going to sleep because I'm like, it's exhausting to go to sleep. For me, and that was the case. It was exhausting for me to sleep. I was up all the time.
Yeah, because you were not really getting into a deep sleep state at all. So
because I have less than a minute to fall asleep and be asleep, and then I wake up.
Wow.
So it was like a constant go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up, go to sleep, wake up.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So now you're really achieving that for the very first time in a while.
I slept for 10 hours the other night. I had like a 98 sleep score out of 100. They rate these different things, like number of times you took the mask off, number of times. There's an app for it, and it just automatically updates to my phone.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you got one and it's working for you. I am glad that it takes like just within a week you get used to it enough to where you're getting the sleep that you need. And I guess also your body just gave up on trying to figure out what the fuck this is because they realized the benefit from it. Now leave this on, we're good. And so it just kind of like kept it up. It was like, hey, wait.
No matter how big the pain in the ass, it's still going to be a super huge plus for me to have it.
This is just
because I couldn't function properly. I was starved for rest.
Wow.
So anyway, that's that. And speaking of, I'm just going to go put that bitch on and hop in bed.
Yeah, go hop in the bed and put that on. And I'm glad it's quiet because, Jesus.
My granddad had one. It sounded like a jet engine.
Yeah, it's the one we got. It's like, it's always like, is there a leak, a gas leak in the house? It's like,
you're like, no, it's a big snake. Don't move.
Okay, stop. I don't know what's happening in there, but it sounds like somebody's drowning in the kiddie pool. Stop. So, but yes, go hook that up and get some good sleep. Glad you were able to get something that helps you. The CPAP seems to be helping you. That's great. Thanks everybody for listening to another amazing episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude. You can find us at TheDinosaur&TheDude.com and
everywhere else.
And everywhere else that is reasonable. I mean, whatever. But yes, you can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and a myriad of other places. The best place is to go to TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and everything there that you want to find is there. Even fucking play. We got players. You can listen to episodes right there on the website. So go check it out. Thanks again, and we look forward to doing it again.
We should do this again.
Yeah.
One day.
I think,
maybe next week.
Yeah, we should do it again. Maybe the next one's going to be the 50th one, and
I'll dress up for it. Okay.
Okay, I will not, and so that means one of us will be naked. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. All right, so thanks a lot. Don't forget, she's the dinosaur.
That's me.
And I'm the dude. And you guys and you gals and you motherfuckers and fatherfuckers
and jigahos and gigolos
are fucking awesome. And we thank you very much for listening. So tune in.
Yeah, come back. Bring people.
Yeah, tune in for more. And thanks, India and Grach, for listening as well. So, all right. Love you.
Okay. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.